You didn't mature, you just got talked into being quiet. Let's be real for a minute. There is a wild, crazy, awesome, energetic version of you. The version that just showed up. It was just there. It didn't make any apologies. It didn't need any permission. It just simply was. It's the heart and soul and core of who you are. Think about little kids. Or, if you haven't ever had a child, think about your dog. In the moment, excited about the smallest of things. I love it. My little dog, Mocha, she is amazing. And she's 12 years old now, and yet she still has that childlike pupness about her. Besides the fact that she's incredibly cute. Um, because you can be gone for a couple of weeks, or you can be gone as long as it takes you to walk out to the mailbox and back. And she's just as excited that you came back, that you're here. Oh my gosh, you're here. Let me celebrate you being here. And as children, we had that. We had that deep, wonderful, abiding presence. Not to sound overly lyrical, presence in the present. We were just there. We were just excited about life. We woke up every morning. Have you ever heard the phrase, you got to wake up an hour before them in the morning so that you're ready? You know exactly what that feels like with little kids, don't you? And many of us were absolutely that child, that wild, crazy, laugh out loud, roll around. We didn't type LOL and not laugh. We didn't type rolling on the floor and not be rolling on the floor. We thought something was funny and we rolled on the floor. I'll never forget my oldest, Emily. She was a huge fan of Fozzie Bear, from the Muppet Show. And she was learning to tell jokes, but she was little. This is pre-K. She was probably 3, maybe 4 years old. And she would tell a Fozzie joke, and the whole concept of Fozzie Bear is that he's not really that very funny, right? But she thought he was hilarious. So this is her first joke. Why did the chicken cross the road? Do you get it? Waka waka. Didn't understand the concept or the layout of jokes or anything, but it was hilarious. It was wild. It was free. But then something happened, didn't it? People didn't laugh. People told you, oh, well, that's not how a joke works. They corrected you. They rolled their eyes. Maybe they even left. And slowly, very slowly, we learn to present ourselves as proper. A child goes to their first day of school and they're all squirmy in the chair, and jumping around and stuff like that. Now, some of them, by the time they get to school, if they were raised in a church environment, they've had Sunday church to practice sitting. And maybe they can get through an hour, and that's if there isn't a children's church. Those of you that are old like me, and when we used to have to sit through church, right? But now we got to train children to sit down and shut up. It's not in their nature. And yet we ingrain that into them. We steal from them that innocence so that they can present themselves properly in the world. And those show up in so many ways. And honestly, most of the time, I can hear it within a moment when somebody is talking. That polishedness, that thing that keeps them from sounding alive. So my question for you today is, what's something that you used to do absolutely naturally? That thing you did before you ever worried how anybody else would react. You just did it because it was the core of who you are. What's that thing for you? I'd love to hear it. I'd love to celebrate you. And I'd love to see a whole lot more of that out on display. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you're happy, safe, warm, and loved. And then until we're together again tomorrow, you have a great week.